Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Doppelkomposition 36.
I will be your host for the night, and my name is Aman Jingyi, the previous competitor for Switzerland at EV. Tonight we will hear the instrumentals from all acts from this year's esteemed lineup, including our two competitors that have been chosen by the Swiss public, Lola Muller and Pizzabella. We will also hear our interval act, my rendition of Mon Amour by Slimane. This will unfortunately be the last edition of Doppelkomposition, but we hope you enjoy it. First, we will see the instrumental concepts from all the entries that have been eliminated, and at the end we will have a look at the two competing superfinal entries. Here is your running order. We begin with Mr. Binny Bin. Enjoy the show. It is time for none other than our interval act, performed by Slim Manair and revamped by me.
Mon amour, dis-moi à quoi tu penses, c'est tout sans sens. Désolé si je te dérange. Mon amour, te souviens-tu de nous, du premier rendez-vous? C'était beau, c'était fou. Je t'aime, je sais pas pourquoi. Je rejoue la scène, et c'est toujours la même fin qui recommence. Tu n'entends pas ma peine. On en fait quoi? Est-ce que tu m'aimes ou pas? Mon amour, je ferai tout ce que je peux. Un océan dans le feu, l'impossible si tu le veux. Oh mon amour, allez reviens à Paris. Fais-le pour nous, je t'en supplie. Je le promets, j'ai compris. Je t'aime, je sais pas pourquoi. Je rejoue la scène, mais c'est toujours la même fin qui recommence. Tu n'entends pas ma peine. On en fait quoi? Est-ce que tu m'aimes ou pas? Dis-moi l'endroit, je t'attendrai. Si tu ne viens pas, je t'attendrai. C'est bête, je sais, je le ferai. Rempli d'espoir, je t'attendrai. Je t'aime, je sais pas pourquoi. Je joue la scène, mais c'est toujours la même fin qui recommence. Tu n'entends pas ma peine. On en fait quoi? Est-ce que tu m'aimes? Est-ce
Time for our final interval act, the Swiss entry to Eurovision 02. Give it up for Auntie Slay. And good night.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for being such a diva. Yeah, you heard me right. I am a diva. Yeah, you heard me right. I am a diva. D-E-E-E-va. Yeah, you heard me right. I am a diva. D-E-E-E-va. Yeah, you heard me right. I am a diva. D-E-E-E-va. Let's go. D-E-E-E-va. Oi babes, I'm not old, I'm vintage. I'm a Tesco 10 in me leopard print boots. Spilling rosé on me discounted suits. Oops. Call me Auntie Slay. Not your average mum. Got lads in me DMs going, please sit on me, hun. Lashes like broomsticks, nails like swords. I put more twinks than a gay awards. Hot flash? Nah, that's just me entrance. Even me vape's got a fan base. Mad in it? Sorry I slayed and your man took note. Didn't mean to steal, he just saw the coat. Said sorry babes as I sip me fizz. But let's be real, he knew what it is. Didn't mean to outshine at your baby's christening, but the crowd went wild when me bangles were glistening. Oops, I caused a scene at the pub again. Just me and the gays singing Grease at 10. I'm sorry I'm loud, I'm fit, I'm lush. Sorry your fella called me Crush. But I'll say sorry, just for peace. Now hand me the mic and a Greg's sausage piece. I'm sorry I danced on the bar in me Spanx. Didn't know your nan was watching from the ranks. Sorry I flirted with the vicar once. Didn't think he'd blush when I called him a hunk. Sorry I called your new man safe. It's just, compared to me, he's giving microwave. Didn't mean to outdo your birthday bash. Guy came in a limo with a glitter moustache. Oops, I spilled tea? No, I poured the kettle. Said your outfit looked like budget ASOS metal. But I'm sorry babes, truly, from deep inside, that I'm serving cunt while your look just died. Beautiful new verse. Oh, I wasn't supposed to say that. I didn't mean to slay so hard. Didn't mean to cause a minor scene at Nando's. But when the spirit of Beyoncé lives in your bones, you must obey. D-E-E-E-va. Yeah, you heard me right. I am a diva. D-E-E-E-va. Yeah, you heard me right. I am a diva. D-E-E-E-va. Let's go. D-E-E-E-va. Yes, mother, okay, why? I'm sorry your faves can't do it like me. I'm Primark chic with a splash of glee. Got lads in the club yelling mum, confused, but still trying to dance while their wigs get bruised. I'm sorry I wear perfume called Regret, made in Essex. Smells like sex and debt. Sorry I cackled when your date walked in. Looked like a Love Island cast-off bin. Oops, I spilled again? That's wild. Didn't mean to seduce your eldest child. Sorry I'm fire, sorry I'm heat. Sorry your party turned into my meet and greet. Serving cunt with a discount code. Wig flew off down the high street road. Sorry not sorry. I live, I thrive. Got kicked out Weatherspoons, but I still arrive. I've made mistakes, like that time I wore Crocs to your gay cousin's wake. But life's a runway, and I struck through shame in leopard print heels and a fake last name. If you were offended, that's on you. I was simply being iconic, babes. And if loving myself is a crime, then lock me up in the VIP booth.